What's going on, guys? I'm Endless Win. Welcome back to Season 1, Episode 60. It's 60 episodes, no big deal. Episode 60 of Minecraft B2B single player series, where I'm going to turn you off, and you're gonna work, and you're gonna be that, and we're gonna receive power, and we're gonna make sure this is on clear mode, and we're gonna shift right click, and yeah, cool, look at that, we're clearing everything out. Let's set up a test rack over there, just over there yonder, where I'm swinging the hammer at the air, or the pickaxe at the air. I set that up because I wanted to have a. That was kind of cool selling. I wanted to see, what we could do. I'm kind of lonely, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little sad. I'm all by myself out here. I've been doing it without any help. Single player. It's a single player world. That's the life we live, and we've come to accept it. But that doesn't mean I can't have friends. And I think I want to put a village right here. I think now that I've seen this, that ain't nearly big enough. I'm really thinking that's not big enough. And I got some trees to clear out too. Yeah, all right. Let me do this, guys, all by myself, since I'm forever alone. And once I figure out how I'm gonna put a village here, I'll let y'all know. I like it. I like it a lot. I think that's better. Obviously, there's like a tree or two I gotta clean up, or just a tree. Well, we'll say two. A tree or two I gotta clean up, but now I gotta figure out how to get all these villagers here. And I'm kind of like, do I build them and bring them? Because if you build it, they will come. But do I? Okay, that I'm. Has any? If you build it, they will come. Have you ever seen clay? I'm sorry, guys. Have you ever seen clay that wasn't in the water? Like, I get that, but I played a lot of Minecraft, and I'm saying a lot of Minecraft. I've played my fair share. I've never seen clay. Like, it makes sense that it's next to the water, but I've never seen it next to the. I've always seen it in the water. I don't even think I've seen it like here, like where the sand is, right next to the water. This is like a fish out of water. I didn't put it there, I promise. I thought this was like a new block or something that I had never seen before. And it's clay. Okay, sorry. What was I saying? If you build it, they will come. By train. You gotta bring them by train. But they will come. But I'm also thinking there's another thing I might want to do. I'm starting to debate if I like the shape of this or not. I don't have to do a whole lot. The way villagers work, for those of y'all that don't know, the more doors you have, yes. Somehow they figured out the population of a village is relative to the amount of doors, which, it kind of makes sense. I think that's how the U.S. Census is done. They go around counting doors, and then they multiply it by like 0.2, 5, 6, 8, 3, or something like that, and then they figure out how many people are in the United States, because they know for every 2.25983 people, there's a door. It's just the way it works. So I think it's for every 3 doors you have a villager roughly. Maybe it's like 2.5 doors you get a villager. So that's why there's doors. I'm not I'm not a big fan of like just putting a bunch of doors unless it like makes sense or they're completely hidden. So what I think I want to might possibly do is like here, dig a 3x3 down like this, right? And then you put torches in there so mobs don't spawn in there. And then you just put doors, right? And then you just put cobble over it. Or in this case, we're going to put dirt. You know, this will all be dirt. I'll probably, get my wand of equal trade, my wand focus there, and just do all this dirt. But I think that would be kind of cool to have it hidden. And then I got some other ideas, some bigger ideas. If I should, I'm going to say bigger, definitely bigger ideas than. Well, I guess I wouldn't really have mobs spawning here anyways because it's nighttime. They're not because I have that torch. I do want to have them pretty close. I am going to still give them like a golem to protect them because you never know. I might decide one day to break that torch and forget about them or something. So I'll give them a golem to protect them and maybe some of those little portal guys to, well, I think the portal guys end up killing all my villagers, so we won't give them any of the portal guys. Maybe I'll make a Steve's Cart shooter to kill mobs and just have it, circle the perimeter or something. Why am I doing this? Because I want to. Okay, everything doesn't have to have a reason. All right, not everything has to have a reason. That looks like my wand of equal trade. Looks like we're gonna have to fill that up. I want to give a good little. Whoa, hey, I forgot about you. You're kind of messing with me, man. I want to give a good little explanation on this wand of equal trade because I feel like I didn't give a good run of it. If I don't know, I don't need that. I need that. I think I need air and order. I don't know, something like that. That's good enough. That's good enough. One thing I am gonna have to do is grab a lot more dirt. And then you want to really clean out your inventory pretty well. Unfortunately, my inventory is full of junk, so can't really do that. I'm going to get a couple more stacks of dirt. Alright, so we're going to come over here. We're going to want to equal trade this bad boy up. I want to be careful. I mean, you could do grass, but you'd have to have grass blocks. You know what I mean? You could want to equal trade grass blocks. So you shift right click, and up at the top you can see 384. That's how many I have in my inventory. And it will only do the certain type you pick. So you notice it just did those Certus quartz and it put it in my inventory, right? So it's not going to get that amber, things like that. It won't do cobble and stone. It'll just do, one or the other. A right click is what's doing the area, and a left click does a single area. So you can see here, that's just a left click. And if you want to switch it, back, you just shift right click again. You can see I don't have any stone because it pretends that it's breaking by a pickaxe, so it turns it into cobblestone. So that's kind of cool the way that works. One really, actually, I don't know if I don't think I have. I'm fairly certain I haven't messed with any bees, at least on camera where I took out a scoop, which I probably, I got a scoop. And I'll give you a little bit more of the deets on this wand of equal trade, because it's really cool. You could literally run around without a pickaxe, because you could do, the diamonds and all sorts of stuff with just this wand. So you could run around without a pickaxe and get all the ores you wanted that way. I have not kept track of where any of the bee stuff is. And the snow is kind of blinding, isn't it? There's a node right here. I don't think I've ever paid attention to you, node. Interesting. Yeah, I'll take a little bit of that. I'll take what you're serving up there, buddy. So I know there's got to be beehives. I mean, they're everywhere. Hello. Mr. B, where you be? That, I don't care what you say, that was funny right there. A little fire Terra node. Alright, I'm gonna be at this a while, looks like. Well, there's one right there. Okay, so normally if you take like anything, I can take an axe to it, you see it's breaking the wrong way. And I'll take the scoop to it, and you see it's breaking a little bit faster. But, because that's the way you would normally do it. Do I see any more? I don't see any more. Alright, I'm just gonna do this. Oh, did they fix that? You used to be able to want of equal trade these. Wow, I think they fixed that. Or am I out? No, I'm not out of anything. Wow, okay. Well, I take back what I just said. You still can't... I'm assuming you can still do the ores. I'm assuming. You can do like nether quartz in the nether. Glowstone's a real good one because you get the whole block, I believe, if I remember correctly. But glowstone's a real good one. So the wand of equal trade, it's nice. I could have sworn that I've picked up beehives that way. I'm almost for certain. Like, for reals, y'all. I did just try and right-click. Maybe if I tried to left-click, it would have worked. When I come across another beehive, I'll try it and I'll let y'all know if that was the case. So I'll keep switching all this stuff up. And it will go up the walls and things like that if I had, here. See, it'll go up the wall like that. And I don't know the exact area that it does. You could probably, let's do this. I guess I'm running out of room in my inventory. That's why it's just dumping out on the ground. Let me go to a good big area and just right click. I've got 40 and it used 40. Wow. So I don't know if it will do a stack or how much it'll do, but it used 40 right there. So I'll keep finishing these up, make this all look cool, and then we'll figure out what we're gonna do to get a village here. Well, that was kind of cool. I traded, there was one log here and I traded it for dirt, and now all the leaves are, there you go, they're disappearing. So I guess that's kind of a cool way to do it if you wanted to if you wanted to cut down a tree, you could always do it that way too, man. I mean, whatever's your thing. I'm not gonna stop you from doing whatever you want to do. All right, so you do whatever you want. It's a free country. All right, be right back. Welcome back, guys. I've decided what I'm gonna do. I could be all, like I'm crafty and make some stuff, and but this is Feed the Beast, and Feed the Beast, like I've said several times, it's go big or go home. So what can I do besides just building some houses? Which, I mean, I am going to build at least one house and try and make it look, a little cool or something like that. But for the main part, I'm thinking, I've said so many times during this series, there's so many villages around here. There's this village here, there's a village there, there's a village there, there's a village there, there's even more to the south. There's a village there, and there. There is a village there, there's a village there, there's one right here. And there's also, I don't know, where's Pompeii? There was Pompeii around here. I mean, it was literally a village right next to a volcano. Maybe this one. Yeah, this was the village right next to a volcano. So I've got a lot of villages that I could just move over here, So y'all have probably seen it before if you know anything about Feed the Beast, and it's a nuts, crazy system. And if you haven't, well, this is about as crazy as you can get without going into computer craft, which we will get into. Not too crazy, but we will get into a little bit of computer craft. So what I want to do is mess with the modular force field system, or as most people call it, MFFS. Um, MFFS, and I'm going to try and get better about saying that faster. MFFS, is a really cool little mod, and it makes force fields. But what it also does is so much more than that. And so basically, the two pieces you need to start with, and I know these by sight more than anything else, so I'm going to try and start remembering the names. But you have the coercion driver, and then you have the Fortron capacitor and the manipulators. Those three things are what's going to be real important to start working on. So the first thing I want to do is the driver. This looks like I could probably... I'm pretty sure I have a battery in here. Yeah, I have a battery. Alright, so there we go. Coercion driver. And don't worry, we will get into what all this stuff means. What else do I need? I don't need the force field projector. That's if you want to actually just make a force field. One that mobs can't walk through. You can make it several different ways. You can make it where players can't walk through. You can make only certain players. You give them a little key card, and only they can walk through it if they have a key card and things like that. The next thing, though, that I'm pretty sure I want to do is it that one? Or yeah, I don't want the manipulator just yet. I want the Fortron capacitor. This is more of like a battery. This one, you hook power into the coercion driver, and it basically changes the power source from whatever you put in. Like, for instance, we're going to use RF. You put it into the coercion driver, and it's going to change it into, I don't know, force flux is what we'll call it. I don't remember the name of it. But it changes it into its own little power system. The Fortron capacitor, however, that is more like a battery. And not just a battery, but it also... we're dealing with force fields here, so we don't need conduits. It transfers the power through the air through force field magic. So I'm going to need to make that. I do need to make some more focus matrix. Pretty simple. It's steel, not iron. Steel, redstone, diamond. Going to be burning through my stuff. I'll let y'all know now. I've lost my little minecart. Or let me see. Did I? Yeah, I think it's gone. He was out mining. He mined too far away. Basically, if a chunk doesn't load, he kind of goes into that chunk that's not loaded and disappears. A little bit of a glitch, not gonna lie. It's okay, because I was about to take him down. I was thinking he might have a little issue with why our AE system's been going down. I have not since he's gone. He's still kind of out there, but he's not out there. I haven't had any issues, but I haven't gone real far away either. So what I am going to have to do is probably make another battery here, because I only had one. An R Fortron capacitor, yes. So let's see if we can. No, we cannot. So these are the kind of things I should probably teach my system how to make. All in time, all in good time. Luckily I have those resources, and let's make this battery here. I think the reason it's not showing up is because it's one of those, stacking issues. So let me, basically, we're not going to get to it in this episode. We're going to get a little bit of this setup working, basically with these two machines, to kind of give you an idea, and to give me an idea of what I'm going to be doing. So, quick little tutorial on what these bad boys do. And we can do it in here. I'll just break them when I'm done. But long story short, do I have any conduits? No. I'll set you there. And you see that he connects, and right click on him. And if we give him that, or you could give him a redstone signal, we're just basically changing the redstone signal the way it goes. We can see here we have the coercion driver interface. You have a frequency here that you can change. You can, put all whatever numbers in here. And this here, we'll put that there, also has a frequency. So if you see, he's got power, and we turn him on. Oh, sorry. Right frequency, right? Look, we're getting power over here. So you can see he's slowly starting to get power into the Fortron capacitor. So this guy, what he'll do, he's like the battery. He's going to have a lot more power than this guy. If you look here, he's got a KL, whatever KL is. He's got about 30 in his internal buffer. This guy has 700 in his internal buffer. 700 liters. Don't ask me. You can see this. You want this here, right? It's real simple. We got some upgrades. I can show you some of them. There's speed upgrade right here, speed module. And that's a pretty simple little recipe. Those Fortron focus matrices. I'm going to slow down so I say words correctly. And some redstone. And then there's, those are different modes and things where we've got a rotation module and we've got a scale module and translation module. Those are, I believe, the only a capacity module. I don't increases the capacity of a device. I've never really used that one. Never force fusion module. Don't know what that one does. And then dome camouflage. Camouflage is kind of a cool one. Can't see it. Really, really kind of neat little thing. Disintegration. If you wanted to destroy an area, that's what disintegration would do. So, all cool little different things. Obviously going into some of the different machines that we're going to be using. So in the next episode, what I'll be making is this force manipulator. And long story short, I'm just going to tell, I'm going to give it an area, and we'll go over this in the next episode, but I'm going to give it an area, and I'm going to say, I want this area to be moved to a certain location. Location will be, right over here. So I'm gonna remove a part of a village, and I'm gonna put it here. In between this episode and next, I'll come under here. I'll put a lot of doors down because I want this place full of villagers. And then I'm going to put a gate around the whole thing. Make it look kind of cool. So I probably don't want to move the villagers over right away because they'll start to multiply rather quickly. They're kind of like rabbits that way. So yeah, is there anything, kind of went over this real fast. And I don't want to leave y'all in the dark. There's not much I can show you until, we're ready to show you. This will hold without any upgrades right now. This will hold its charge. So if I did that, you see, it'll hold its charge. If you decided to put there's the speed module in there, it will actually cost a little bit on the charge side. So if you put the speed in here, it will speed up if you put the speed in here, it will speed up something. I don't remember. Yeah, I don't know. You gotta mess with it in order to kind of figure it out. It's a very complicated mod that I don't know hardly jack about. I know enough to do a little bit of damage. I'm not gonna lie. So what we'll do in the next episode is we'll start looking into what those modules actually do. I might read the wiki and things like that. So yeah, long story short, we are going to relocate a village. I'm kind of excited about that. That way we can have some villager friends to hang out with and to trade with and get the things that we want. I am looking, I actually do have a reason. I am looking for a few particular things, particularly from Mistcraft villagers, maybe a Thaumcraft villager too. We are going to be getting into witchery, so it's not really a witchery villager. It's more of like a witch that hangs out in villages, so I might have to relocate her all on her own. I don't know if she actually, you know, in the code goes back to being a villager where, there's a random chance of her coming, being bred through the doors, because doors breed villagers. Still, never really quite got that. So what I'll do is take care of all this stuff in between this episode and next. Don't you guys worry. I'm going to try my best and make this all look really, really cool. So guys, hope y'all enjoyed the episode. If you did, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all in the overworld.